While we wait, what was the louder than life performance you wish you could have attended this past weekend that you didn't get to see?
Oh, that's tricky. I mean, Cage the Elephant's always a fun show. I got to see them when I took my official to Western Kentucky way back in the day. They were just doing like the
Nice.
local circuit in Bowling Green, so that was cool. So if I had to pick one there, I almost said Goo Goo Dolls, and then I'm like, wait, that was Bourbon and Beyond. Shit.
Dude, that with the amount of insane clown posse highlights I've seen over the weekend, whoop whoop. I don't know any of their songs. I don't know a single song that they have. But just
Oh
seeing
man,
people get sprayed with Fago on my TikTok has been the funniest thing I have ever seen.
when I'm clowning, I get silly, like someone lays my feelings.
Dude, I've never. I don't. That you could be throwing random. You could rhyme random words together right now, and I'd be like, oh, that sounds about right, because I don't know any of their songs.
My sister, I think, has like the little Juggalo Axeman tattoo.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I know they have like a cult following. It's insane.
I did see my buddy told me before it got like announced on social media or anything. My Chemical Romance is headlining Louder Than Life next year. I replied in the text like, "Oh man, I might have to get some black hair dye and some guy liner.
Yeah,
Might
I
be
saw
making
your
a decision
tweet.
next year."
Yeah, I wanted to reply back with the Cartman gif of him like with the swooped over black hair. I was like,
Everything is pain. All right, so while we're waiting on folks to hop in here, let's go ahead and knock out the 2 minute warning. Just best of what we saw around the country. You know, it doesn't even have to be the best, it can also be the worst. National College Football News, ACC announcing that I believe they're targeting 2027 to switch to a 9 game conference schedule, except for one team every year that gets to play 8 games, but they have to play two P4 non cons. Leave it to the ACC to do the stupidest shit possible. Oh,
I
which
mean,
I, I for the people who follow me on Twitter, I'm sorry, but that clip of Donald Trump saying we got a lot of dumb people in charge of things in America or something like that, it's like, oh man, I'm about to retweet that over college football news so often.
I just don't get it. Like games scheduling and stuff. Football used to be so pure, Keith. Back in the day, but I feel like I almost miss the BCS era in a lot of ways because it was just
Oh yeah, like it was
yeah,
right all along.
yeah. I mean, sometimes what do they say? Just if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know?
Yeah, just get the humans out of the room, man. Other national news: the ACC might be ASS. Lost 2 out of their 3 P4 non-con games this weekend, and including a non or a loss to a G6 team, with Cal getting shut out by Sean Lewis and San Diego State. I didn't know how to feel about that one because, like, I've been big like Cal, man. They're sneaky, but I'm also
Yeah, I
like,
was about to say, weren't you last
but
show? Just last show.
but I'm also like Sean Lewis. He's one of my favorite coaches in the country. This was my worlds
Man,
colliding, man.
I would never. I'm not buying anything, Cal. You all know this by now if you've listened to this show for long enough.
Hey, man,
I
just
don't. I don't
get.
know. I guess we might be asses. The conference might be ass this year. I
I
mean,
mean,
it.
I can confidently say Miami's good. Although
Right.
we'll talk a little bit more about it. They looked a little bit human against that Florida team.
What's your thoughts on Clemson right now?
I was going to talk about that in the ACC segment during the episode as well. They are those boys are cooked. They are, at least from what I'm seeing with the effort on the field, they have gone full blown 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
Oh, I wanted to get your thoughts. As if Texas wasn't already hateable enough, Arch Manning and the Texas social media team just trying to make Arch look cool by flexing on a 0-star recruit committed to Sam Houston State. Like, what are
That's
we
pretty.
doing here, man?
It's so lame. I mean, it's at this point. I mean, just give it up, all right. Just line up and play ball. You're like the anti Manning. It's so weird.
Well, the thing is, I kind of feel bad for Arch because he's not the
Not
one
you. I'm
who's.
saying Arch. Well, I mean, he ran the dude over and decided to walk over him like he's Muhammad Ali, and it's like, what are you like?
Yeah.
Chill.
He's a kid. I'm going to let him do dumb macho kid stuff, but the Texas social media admin going and posting it like Arch Aura. Ugh. Like, what the hell are we doing, man?
I mean, can't be surprised. Texas is gonna just they're gonna try to make him seem like the golden child, which I don't know. I'm curious as wonder how good their backups are. Like, I wonder if their backups are sitting there like, I mean, texting home like in God's honest truth that I'm better than Arch Manning.
I mean,
Coach Sarkis isn't playing me.
they got a kid, Diabell, coming in next year who's pretty darn good. So, well, even if he ends up not being it and flaming out this year, the help is on the way. Other
Right.
national stories before we dive into the episode. Indiana appears to be tired of being told they're schedule merchants, and they made that all of Illinois' problem. And then AP Top 25 came out. For the first time in a while, I thought it was relatively inoffensive. I laughed because
I agree.
Notre Dame at 1 and 2, still climbing in the polls. Just wait until they get to 2 and 2 next week. They'll be back in the top 10.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll shoot up the polls. I mean, I was laughing at the same thing, just seeing them move up to really nothing in that for me that's too gripish.
No,
You know,
I mean,
weird seeing
Louisville's,
Florida State down one for what?
I was going to say Louisville stayed put just because haven't played anybody, Paul. That's fair. But yeah,
Yeah,
Florida State, man, why'd they drop for kicking the shit out of ass State?
uh,
Oh, Oklahoma getting a big bump for their win over Auburn.
yeah,
Yeah. So
tough.
in the Revenge Bowl. So no, all in all though, pretty bit. Jacob hopping in on the chat. Is Bruce Pearl taking over at Virginia Tech? I love
No,
that.
that's funny. Other news though, Sean Clark passed away today. App State's former head coach, UCF offensive line coach. I don't really know what the details of it are, so I'm not really going to speculate on anything. But if you like anybody from App State, it sounds like if you were gracious enough to be in this guy's presence, he touched your life in some shape or form, which is cool to see. You just see like the out. Anytime you see something like this and you see the amount of players that come out from everywhere, from set to their quarterback of the past couple of years, it's just cool to see the love that App State has for one another still.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's always shocking because it's not like he was an older guy yet. So,
No,
but
50.
yeah, so we will let the details come out on that. But man, what a way to pop the balloon before I have to go in and start this episode, Vince. Man. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the official start of the episode out of the way. Hello and welcome to another episode of From the Pink Seats podcast here on the State of Louisville Podcast Network. It's producer Keith, it's Vince Lococo, and we are live in the Digital Kearns Corner studio here. And that's not just the two of us. We've got all of you here with us, either watching on twitter.com, watching on Twitch, or watching with us on YouTube and in the chat, a.k.a. the Pink Seats Party Deck. So if you aren't already, go ahead, hop. If you're watching us on Twitter, be sure to drop a follow over at the State of Lou, at Pink Seats Pod, at Vincent Lococo, at producer_Keith. And if you're with us on YouTube and you're in the Pink Seats Party Deck, fire off those chats, fire off some comments during the live show, make your voices heard. We're getting ready to talk about the inhumane display that Pudge the Cat had to witness as Louisville takes Bowling Green to task with a 40-17 victory. And first off, man, it was hot.
It was miserably hot. I can only imagine how Pudge the cat felt being down there on the turf with it being at least like 30 degrees hotter. But for me and my fiance up in the stands, sitting around like 220 section up towards the top, it felt like I could reach out and touch the sun.
Yeah, 229 was nice, and Bacon, me and Biscuit in the same section. If you listen to ESPN radio, being half ginger, I'm amazed that the sunburn has already gone away so fast. My wife gave me all kinds of hell when I got back from the game because like I loaded up my cooler and I brought like the football to throw around in the parking lot at the tailgate, and I brought everything, and then there was one thing I forgot, and it was my can of sunscreen.
It's like an
Just
8-year-old. You're like an 8-year-old.
man,
Would you forget the most important thing?
I am a fully grown toddler. So one, just real quick before we dive into the actual Bowling Green game itself, let's take a look real quick around the ACC just to see what's going on with the teams around us. We mentioned it a little bit earlier in the pre-show. Miami showed a little bit of weakness. Carson Beck did not look like the mighty thunderbolt hurling dude with butthole eyes that we saw the first two games of the year. He was had some velocity issues against Florida, it looked like. So I look, like they said in Predator, if it bleeds, you can kill it. There's a vulnerability. Right. They look really, really good right now, but maybe something.
Every team's beatable. It's just about finding that one weakness and trying to exploit it. And I mean, Carson Beck's velocity on the ball could be the weakness. So let's see.
Yeah. Other ACC vibes. Florida State continues to apply boot to asses to show that last year was a 1-year anomaly. Virginia still looking kind of frisky. That offense looks pretty fun. Tony Elliott has those boys humming. Chandler Morris can sling it. Another one we talked a little bit about in the pre-show, and this is all I have for it at this point. Cal. The fuck? You were doing so good.
I want you to sit here and admit you were wrong about Cal football. Admit it to my face right now.
Look, I'm not giving up on the Cal Golden Bears just yet. I said, look, Jaron Kiawe Sagapolu-Tele is clearly head and shoulders the most talented player on that roster. He's a true freshman. I'm not going to expect him to pick up and lug that team to a perfect season, especially when he's matched up with the cerebral might of Sean Lewis on the other side, who San Diego State had been having a rough go of it the last couple of seasons. He had brought in a few portal guys. That was a big win that I think he needed to get that program up and running and back in gear.
The only Golden Bear I believe in is Haribo. So, next.
Jack
Haribo,
Nicklaus.
Golden Bear?
That's, Jack Nicklaus.
That too.
The most major championships of any golfer.
Don't say the GOAT. Don't say the GOAT. We'll get on a whole
I'm just saying.
We'll start a golf podcast for that.
Yeah. Other ACC things. Bill Belichick. Is he going to be gone after 1 year? He's played 2 P4 opponents in North Carolina. Has looked completely matched or completely overmatched in both of those games. Which,
do you just bite the bullet and say that's a bad hire as their AD? I mean,
it's, if anything, I'm guessing Boo Collins is probably like, see, I told you, boosters, this was a terrible idea. What were you thinking? You have him talking to Jordan on the sidelines. I think that was pregame.
That's weird. I've never seen it. I've seen like a coach go over and give his wife a kiss before the game, and not even really that, if I'm being honest. No, I mean, they're usually doing their own wife thing in the tailgate spot. So, I mean, that's just wild behavior now that I think about it.
And then, of course, that's one I'm curious to see if he makes it to year 2 or if this gets real ugly real fast, because you bring in 70 transfers and you have 0 success. That team.
He's not going to admit defeat.
Oh, I'm just talking the players. That team is on quit watch.
Right.
Gio Lopez went from one of the most talented and exciting looking kids I saw at South Alabama last season, and he looks terrible this year. So I don't know if it's just poor coaching, poor development,
terrible or
what,
terrified. I'd be terrified to make it. I guarantee you, these kids, these new age football players, like the younger guys, I guess you could say, whatever generation they are, Gen
The
X,
Zoomers.
Y. Yeah, right. I mean, they just don't take to his style of coaching well. They don't. They would much rather have a Dan Lanning type. If you're gonna get in my ass, like love on me just as much. And
Please,
Bill
I gotta
Belichick is.
clip that out of context. Oh man, now I'm just picturing Bill Belichick. What is a skibbity toilet? Six,
Yeah,
seven.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly how that's going. I mean, oh my god, I would
Jordan,
hate to be in those meeting rooms.
Jordan, I need a translator.
Could you
Anyway,
just imagine being in those staff meeting rooms and player meeting rooms with him? It just is awful. It would
I
be awful.
honestly, it's looked so bad that I feel this is my official coronation. The king is dead. Long live the king. Sleepy Mac Brown, you are no longer Sleepy Mac Brown. It's now Sleepy Bill Belichick.
Yep, exactly.
Sleepy
Yep,
Bill.
yep.
And
Sleepy
now,
Bill.
while we're laughing and having fun, let's just take a minute to savor on what has just been the sports karmic equivalent of just the most delicious junk food you can think of. Like it's those 3 a.m. trips to the donut shop when you're cramming for
It's the
finals.
best.
Clemson on full blown quit watch. Dabo is crashing out in post game and Monday pressers. Like, we might lay an egg. We might go 6-6. We
Oh
did a
my!
lot of
He
winning,
is
though.
he is freaking out.
Oh,
It's
man.
bad over there, and I love every second of it. I mean,
Oh,
they've been so
yeah.
high for so long. Everybody loves seeing a good downfall.
Yeah, like, if it wasn't for that program just being such bozos. Maybe I'd feel a little bad for him, but he's just been his head firmly stuck up his anus for years. You know
Yeah,
what? Maybe Tyler from Spartansburg needs to give him another call because maybe he was just a year early.
yeah, right. Seriously, it's just yeah, I'm enjoying it, bro.
So
I'm enjoying
like
every second.
that's wild because there are legitimately probably 3 to 5 NFL players on that defense. Hell, you could say
I
there's
wonder
probably
how
three NFL
Emac's
players
doing.
on that defensive line. Man, I feel
Has
so. I
anybody
hit.
checked in on Emac?
So
Like, I
I
mean,
shot
in all
Emac.
seriousness,
I shot him a DM like in the third quarter of the LSU game, and I'm like, damn, Dabo might be hitting you up. See if you got any eligibility, Emac. This O line is soft,
yeah,
and
seriously.
like he was on set and working, so I didn't hear back. But it's like that. Look, we'll be throwing stones from a glass house if we're going to talk about O line play, but for the amount of stars and talent that they have, for it to look like that, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
pardon me. With that, we're done with the Around the ACC conversation. We're jumping into what you all are here to talk about, the recap of the Bowling Green game. And now I'm going to start pregame vibes. First off, we got what was probably the last day of summer's death throes. At least I'm hoping it was the last day of like what feels like summer for the year. We just hit the autumnal equinox today. So it was
Yeah,
like
those are
80,
big words I don't understand.
it was like
No
88
joke.
and hot, just annoyingly so. I forgot my sunscreen. I was sweaty. I was burned. It was a nooner. Like
It was one of those
vibes.
days, Keith, where you show up at 9 and you're like, "Oh, it's going to be a hot one today. It's
Oh,
not going to feel good."
oh, or you show up at 9 thinking, oh, Street Fest just opened. I'm going to get an Ag Day hat. And they're already all gone because the
Wrong.
entire supply was allocated for students and staff in the athletic department. I did some boots to the ground journalism on this, just reaching out to feelers for people around the area. And one of the people who actually got one said they only had like one box that they saw of the Ag Day straw hats.
Oh,
One
Jesus.
box. So even if you're stacking them on top of each other, that's like what, 50 hats maybe?
See, this was
50.
like a thing. This was a promotion where
And
where I kind of had some pushback on you for the cups, right? I'm more on your side with this. This was a thing where I thought it was going to be, everybody in this, almost like a T-shirt over your chair type deal. Like everybody, make sure you come and grab one of these before the game, and we all can have Ag Day hats on. And it just wasn't that at all.
Yeah. Now they did have. I did. So I got there at like 9, maybe 9:01, and they were all gone. They still had like 3 or 4 people handing out these trucker hats, which trucker hat actually pretty sharp. Pretty happy with it. Probably going to end up rocking it at some point. But they didn't have that many of those left either. Like each person handing them out only had like a forearm full, and they were just passing them out. So I can't imagine those lasted much longer. And it's funny because I'm on the opposite side sort of you. Like, look, I get it if you're going to have a limited quantity, but come on. Like, you're not getting a return on investment on these. I get it. You don't want to shell out a ton for giveaways. I'd much rather have a good roster. Whereas with the cups, you're getting it at a wholesale price and you're charging a stadium drink with it. So the ROI on the cups is pretty substantial, I'd have to imagine. Now, if someone out there works in the accounting department who is actually putting together a promotion and wants to show me the numbers that say otherwise, I'm welcome to it. But if you're selling a product that's making a huge ROI and there is a very large demand for the product, maybe you should order more supply. But
yeah,
I just wonder if they didn't know how popular the things were going to be. And I wonder, like, if they don't focus group test these, like get a group of like 20 to 30 season ticket holders, like, hey, what do you think of these promotional items? Grade it 1 through 10 on how sick this is. Like, how bad do you want it? And then use that to evaluate.
I'm on board with just scratching this stuff and just giving you season ticket holders like a hard copy ticket to like memorialize the season. That's more like where I'm at. I'm just like, stop. Like, I'm good with all this other stuff. I don't get season tickets, and I'd be okay with that. Let's do the money that way, and then the rest can just go to the roster. I want the roster to get as much money as possible.
Man, you'll send me on a tangent talking about like actual physical ticket stubs. That is the coolest shit imaginable.
I agree.
For a season ticket holder gift. But anyway, enough about the tickets. So Ag Day vibes were already off. Super hot. Got there early. Ag Day hats were gone even earlier than me, which is shocking because I was in that parking lot at 7:15 in the morning. It said Street Fest opened at 9, so that's when I got there, and I was too late. Nearly 50,000 for the announced attendance at the game. Are you convinced that's how many people showed up?
I'm convinced. I'm convinced because I'm not a math guy. I'm a football guy, so I'm definitely convinced. I can't count that many people in the stadium, so who am I to say different?
Yes, Supreme Leader, 50,000 people were definitely there and definitely stayed the whole game. So let's just high-level game observations itself. Now, first things first, we got to feed the Louisville algorithm. Miller Moss. How do you think he did? Like, I've heard people saying Miller Moss sucks, and then the pushback, Miller Moss is the greatest thing since sliced bread, because you feel like you got to go over the top to defend him. I thought he was okay.
I think he's good. I'm not going to sit here and go over the top to defend him. I think he definitely has his deficiencies in areas, and I think he also is good in a lot of areas. Last weekend, he made a lot of smart decisions with the football, in my opinion. Hitting the hitches and everything, the hitches and curls seem to be his bread and butter. Out routes, things like that, quick hitters, I think are right up his alley. I think Jeff has realized with the offensive line that we cannot sit there and drop back pass like he would like to, like he did with Tyler in the past, which is why you're not seeing as much go downfield. And seeing a lot more quick hitters to Lacey, quick hitters to Chris Bell and to Dakari Collins and things like that. I mean, the kid threw for 316 yards. That's a good day. He just didn't have any touchdown passes.
He had a couple of where he like was able to extend the play and had guys get open downfield, like the what should have been touchdown pass to Dakari Collins where Miller left it short. And I agree with all the points you laid out about him making positive plays, but then you also see the negatives, like the inability to make a pass on a hot read to save his life.
That's like, the most frustrating thing for me, Keith. That's why I sit back and watch. I'm like, this is pre-snap stuff that you should really be seeing. We'll see the corner blitz and the game notes that are coming up, and that's abundantly obvious of the stuff that he should have seen pre-snap to see that coming.
And
So
then you combine that with, it seems like he's almost oblivious to, I maybe not oblivious to the pressure, but it almost seems like he hears people are saying like, "Oh, he's a game manager, he's not that guy." And it's almost like he's pressing, trying to make those big push plays
right.
downfield, trying to like show, "No, I can be the guy." And it's like, but that's not your game though. That's not when you're at, like,
Just
for example,
just
the
be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is just a winner. He just wants to go out there and win. I'm not saying you don't play like him or anything, but just be content with running the offense
gonna have
and
to get in
winning a
the
football game.
gonna have to get in the squat rack to play like him.
No, I'm just
But
saying, like, get in the mindset of I don't need to overdo things. I don't need to overcompensate for
yeah,
this and that. I am a good quarterback when I do what I am good at.
yeah, keeping us on schedule. Like, and now it got called back because of a holding penalty, but the perfect example of this was the Miller breaks out of the pocket, goes to his left side, goes to the sidelines, and he has probably like 7, 8 yards that he can take off and run downfield. He has a tight end that he can check down to like 10, 15 yards downfield. But instead, he chucks it up to Dakari Collins in triple coverage.
Triple
Now,
coverage.
shout out to Dakari Collins. Young man went up and got the damn thing. But that was a terrible decision.
You even heard the announcers when saying that they were like said something along the lines of this is a ball that, if not completed, you'd be hearing an earful from Jeff Brom.
Yeah. So that's, I just wonder if he's pressing because, you hear the noise, like you hear game manager and you want to show people you're more than that, especially if he's trying to develop his stock for the next level. So
Right.
I don't know. And then he doesn't have that wow arm strength. And when he gets hit, a lot like Jack Plummer, which Plummer just did it seemed like anytime he felt pressure. But after Miller gets hit once or twice, you can see it gets to him because he'll just completely abandon his throwing fundamentals. Like he won't step into throws. He'll sort of do like that hop pass sort of deal where he's jumping and throwing with both feet off the ground, and it just neuters your arm strength. So
Yeah.
it's a weird game because it's like you see the glimpses and then you see the other glimpses and you're just like, shit.
Yeah. It's also, that's coupled with some poor offensive line play, Keith. I mean, you and I have been in agreement on that for sure.
I was going to say, let's go ahead and transition and talk about that.
Yeah.
The way I summarized the offense as a whole was like, okay, it's better than the worst fears we had, but I don't think it's quite as good as we hoped. Is that fair to say?
I think that's fair to say. I just think they're trying to figure things out, man. I mean, it just looks like guys are moving like a click slower, like they're thinking about their steps a little too much, or they're not shooting their hands quick enough, things like that. It's like,
man, it's frustrating because the offensive line, like Niagara, while he hasn't been otherworldly, he's been pretty good, and they're asking him to do a lot of hard stuff. Like
pulled last game.
Yeah,
pulling
like
pulling as a center is tough. Snap the ball and then to pull.
Well, we're running like pull misdirection pass plays where a guard's got like a borderline 3 to 5 tech on him. That guard is pulling to the backside of the pocket to move the linebackers, and they're asking Pete to get his ass over and block a 5 tech. And
yeah,
it's just, they're asking him to do so much. I think Jordan Church, he's been getting a lot of play. He's been doing pretty darn well for a redshirt sophomore. Like, he's going to have a boneheaded play every now and then, but I think the good with him is worth the bad. Lance Robinson, I was skeptical about putting him at tackle just because of his size. He's been doing really well at right tackle. Like, I think we've got a temporary solution there. But that left side of the line, man, we've got to figure something out.
Right, I completely agree. It's just not good. Getting beat across your face constantly. Like I told you, I could clip majority of the game when it came to the run game and show you clips of guys getting beat across their face. Definitely when it comes to that tackle spot.
Getting beat across your face, pulling and getting blown up in the hole and getting hit backwards when
Well,
you
just
are
not even knowing what you're hitting, seeing guys shoot through gaps. The one with Skinner that we'll highlight comes to mind right now.
now
It's like, what are we doing?
and now I mean, we're honestly kind of lucky that Dorian Pringle wasn't playing. Now, I'm
Yes, for
this is
sure.
not to take anything away from Gideon Lamprin. Like, if that kid wants, he's probably playing at a P4 program next year. That kid can bang. But there were just a few plays where we have opportunities. Like the Isaac Brown run is the one that sticks out to me. I believe it's left tackle pulls. Lamprin meets him in the hole and then completely blows him up and knocks him 2 yards back in the backfield. Luckily, Isaac was able to make a quick cut and then turn chicken shit into chicken salad and makes like a 9 or 10
Right.
yard gain out of it on his only carry of the game. But like, dog, if we don't have special running backs, that's not going to be good enough to get the job done. We've got to get something figured out over there. So
Yeah, yeah, completely.
that's one of the biggest factors I feel like in what's been sort of sputter in the offense. But I don't know. They put up what 33 points if we're not counting the kick return touchdown, or the punt return touchdown.
Right.
So it's not like they had a bad day. It's
It was just boring. It was boring. Ty Spalding had a tweet where he was like, "Does anybody think this doesn't feel like the same Jeff Brom offense we were seeing at Purdue?" And I was kind of agreeing with him for sure whenever I saw that tweet, and then I rewatched the game. I was like, "This is just so vanilla play calling right here," and I think that's due to us. What we have to overcompensate with what Miller is able to do right now. I mean, last year with Tyler, we were slinging it around the yard, we were running the offense to full capacity, and now it's kind of slowed back down a little bit to quick hitters, outs, things like that,
And I mean,
pitches, curls.
we
I'm
talked
okay
about
with
it.
that.
Yeah, we talked about it in the offseason. Like, this isn't going to be the same exciting offense we saw last year.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I expected boring. And
I
look,
thought it was going to be with the run game, though. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was
like
still going to be
just beating
exciting with the
people's
running
face
back.
in.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like
Now,
a
to
lot of
be
O line
fair,
play is based on effort. Getting your
to
head
be
across, being the first man off the ball. Like,
to be fair to it in that regard, we've only seen our best running backs take maybe how many carries has Isaac Brown had this year? 15.
something like that.
He
Yeah.
had like what 6 in EKU game. I think he had like 12 against James Madison in one. So, and if he's now there was reports coming out that him and Duke Watson got banged up on the bye week. So, if you're banged up, no point in playing them against a Bowling Green team that we were able to beat without them. So,
Yeah.
enough about offensive side of the ball, though. Like we're not saying anything new that we haven't said. It's just frustrating we didn't get any answers. Defensive side, though, for a game where we had 0 sacks, I actually thought we played pretty well. We kept it very vanilla. It seemed like we rushed 4 basically all
Right.
game, which Bowling Green did a good job adjusting. Like they ran a lot of quick hitters. They run a lot of max protect looks, which is where you saw a couple of those zone coverage beaters hit us for 20 some odd yards, I think once or twice. But all in all, though, pleasantly surprised with how the defense played. I think
Yeah.
made a couple of really nice plays on some interceptions where I thought it was good instinctive plays combined with, probably not the best decision from Drew Pine, but you were in a position to punish him.
Yeah. You hate to see such a young quarterback like Drew Pine make these. I'm kidding. For me, the defense was fine, like you said, Keith. Sucks not seeing sacks, so sucks for Jacob's sack update. This coming up show we have on Wednesday, but for me, it was just fine. There was nothing really overly too exciting. I didn't really enjoy some of the guys' eyes, and I'll point that out in the show notes, game notes at least, that some of their eyes weren't in the right spot. Some of the guys just not getting correct depth, you can tell. Arm tackling this coming up weekend against Pittsburgh will lead to touchdowns, by the way. So there's your little teaser for Wednesday's episode. Some of the arm tackles we had, we were definitely saved because we were playing somebody like Bowling Green. Other than that, I was fine.
Yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised with how the defense looked. Like, We generated pressure. I think there was one sack that I wish AJ Green would have been able to convert, and then it led to Pine escaping and rushing for like 15 because of the stunt we put on. It was kind of AJ Green or nothing. But all in all, I thought it was pretty good. Caleb Perry and TJ Capers, first game with them filling in for Stanquan Clark. I didn't particularly notice any. I didn't notice them, so decent day at the office.
I noticed it on one play, and I will definitely point it out.
Okay, so hey, if you play what 40, 50 snaps without only one mess up, that's a good day. And then only other thing I had is special teams, 2 points. We might potentially have a kick returner of the year, like contender and Colin Lacey. Now, I was in the camp. I think you were in the camp. I'm pretty sure the entire city of Louisville was in the camp after Q got hurt last year. Don't have Lacey return kicks. This is stupid.
Hey, I'm loving it.
I'm willing to revisit takes when I'm incorrect, and hey, this is one of them. Kid's been doing a fantastic job returning the ball. Just hold on to him. Just hold on to him. Don't press.
My dad always told me in baseball it's easier to go forward than backwards, and I mean I definitely agree with that statement. It's just, I mean, punt returns are tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, those are tough. They're tough to catch.
You know what else is tough? Finding a good field goal kicker for a college football team in this days. And we got two. We got two kickers. Cooper Ranvier scoring you your discount coffee at 7 Brew, scoring I think 4 extra points and a field goal. And then just a casual school record being set by Keller. Unreal.
If I'm Brock Travelstead, I'm like, what the hell, man? Can't keep it just a little bit longer.
Man, it's the undershirt.
And it's not even the starter.
It was the undershirt. That's what was holding Brock back the whole time. That's Mike Rutherford's story, and we're sticking to it.
Oh, my gosh. That's too funny.
All right. So that'll do it for the high-level overview. Let's dive into the meat and potatoes of this episode, all right? Let's get things started with Vince's game notes. And there we go. Bam.
All right, Keith. We mentioned not being happy with everything, and let's open it up with some bad linebacker fits, or good linebacker fits. Let's just say bad pad level. So let's go ahead and hit the next clip here. We're going to see the linebacker fit the gap. He's going to fit it well, but what I dislike is how high he comes up. You see it right here. Fullback or tight end, H-back, whatever you want to call it, is up under his chin. Lifting him up up off the ground, and that's never good as a defender whenever your feet are being lifted up off the ground. You're also going to see multiple arm tackles in this. Hit the next one for me, Keith. Would have loved to have seen him go right now. You go right now on this and not fold so much. Like, you see all that space, open gap. Those are areas the running back can run through, and he eventually does run through whenever we watch the clip. See it right there, bad pad level. Yep. Now you see these arm tackles are going to lead to bad things this coming week against Pitt if we do not bring more.
Now, I will say, in defense of the linebacker unit, I'm pretty sure that was a safety who was high when they were getting blocked. So.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. But you can't be down in the box. Can't be down in the box and have an asset on it. So right here, I'm loving it for Miller and Skinner. I think this is just fine right here. I was complaining while it happened. I think maybe most of my complaints came from the heat and not so much the actual game itself.
You were a little hot and fussy.
Yes, I think I was hot and fussy because, like, when I rewatched this, I was like, "Oh, this makes sense. Let's hit a nice little curl and get everything on schedule." So you see it right there, and it's, I mean, beautiful. You saw most of this all day for Miller. Just nice one step and deliver a football.
Yeah, and that's
great job.
That's what I was expecting. That is the Miller Moss experience I was expecting. Like 1st and 10,
right.
We're going to get 7 or 8 and just stay on schedule.
Right.
So
So right here, Skinner, as Pete Thomas used to say to me all the time, I pat you on the ass and you shit in my hand. So that's what Skinner did right here. We patted him on the ass and now he's gonna shit in our hand. He's got Inman on the line of scrimmage right here. He's got should have hit the blitzer that's coming through the lane. This is just him not coming under control and seeing things. What else? Musa gets beat across his face. You want to see the pad level from Musa right here. It's just extremely high. He's getting torqued completely across his body. Keith, hit the next one. I think we got the clip. Yep, here we go. You see Skinner run past. Musa gets beat across his face, and we have a TFL. So that's just no bueno. That's stuff that definitely should worry you against Pitt. Whenever Pat Narduzzi D is going to tear this up right here.
yeah, and I'm gonna defend Skinner a little bit because you can see Musa getting blown up so far back interrupts his pull, interrupts Skinner pulling across the line to where he has to stop, and then that leads to him getting blown up in the
his
back.
trajectory, though. Do you see how he's going for the back foot? Replay it from the start. He needs to be going to the inside foot right there, and he will be able to hit that guy. And plus his vision, it's scanning across the whole field pre-snap and knowing what could and what could not be happening. Now that's what they talk about when the bullets get to flying. That's a bullet right there. You got to hit that for sure. This is bad coverage right here. Not a fan of this at all. Day one linebacking tells you that if number 2 goes out, number 1 is going to come back in. So you're going to see number 2 go out right here. You're going to see 3 people go out there, but you get the picture of somebody becoming the new 2 and 1 and all that good stuff that happens with football. But TJ's head is just absolutely locked on quarterback, right? And that's just not the drop you want. That 45-degree angle that's not it at all. I mean, you want to go towards the guy and make a play on it. This is frustrating.
Yeah, not what you want to see. You don't like having a
Play
receiver with 5 yards of space.
Look at the effort right here too at the end. That's what really, bothered me.
Chaps my ass.
Yeah.
As my old O-line coach would say. Now, I will say, I believe that was Gerard. Good pass rush. Just, It's a quick hitter concept. That's what Bowling Green wanted to avoid getting sacked.
Yep. Right here, we have some terrible officiating, in my opinion. Shout out to Carl Maslowski. He is definitely a cheat code when it comes to special teams. For me, right here, just completely out of bounds. I think I have a still shot of this. Keith, go to the next one. Is there a still shot of this? Yeah. There's some arrows for reference if we needed one. I mean, it's insane.
We need to hop in the ACC command center.
I mean, I was sitting up there in 100-degree heat and I saw this. It was very frustrating.
Yeah. So I was very frustrated at having Lacey back to return kicks at this point. Spoiler alert, he redeems himself.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Right here you have the 2 pulling guys. Pete's going to pull around, and our tackle's going to Moose is going to pull around as well. I actually was fine with what they did right here, Keith. Maybe that's because Isaac made it look so good. So to your point, so they kind of grain of saltish.
Just
see the kick out there. I thought that was fine. I would have loved to seen a little bit more from Musa there, but it's all right.
So what it doesn't show is that he gets hit right here and gets knocked 2 yards
About
back.
a yard and a half.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right into Isaac's path. And that's why he has to take that sort of stutter step and get small to fit this hole right here. Whereas if Musa delivers a strike and delivers contact and doesn't get blown up at the line of scrimmage, Isaac has a hole about a yard and a half wide, and he can hit it going full speed, potentially cut back and beat 0 at the top of the screen instead of just bouncing it outside and only getting 9 or 10.
Right. See, I think he bounced outside for a reason, and this next clip is what we're going to get at. This is old tin hat Vincent right here. Conspiracy theory.
Oh, man.
No, I'm joking. Watch his left foot right here. Replay it. Just keep rewatching it. Tell me that doesn't look like this is something doesn't feel right there. Let me get out of here. Tell me that doesn't look like a hop of unassurance, of not knowing if I should continue.
I can't tell is he wearing tights on that left leg or not? I can't
No,
tell. Okay.
no, no,
I think it's
no.
just the
But you can
shadow.
definitely
Oh,
see.
it's the shadow of the bench. I think that's playing a trick
Yeah,
on me. But
you can see right there just how ginger he
yeah.
is on that left leg.
So attention, people who think an injury may not be an injury. He's looking a little tender right there and looking out in his best interest. So
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any idea of what's going on inside that building, and I love it that way. I love Jeff. Love the fact that we didn't know Isaac was gonna. I didn't bet Isaac Brown first TD score, so I wasn't sitting over here complaining. So,
yeah, I am curious how he's going to take that approach going into the new injury report era. Like if he's just going to submit 50 guys as questionable on Thursday.
right, right, right here. I got to highlight the fact that we have a fullback in. Absolutely love it. Would have loved a little bit better of a strike from him and really driving that guy into the end zone. But I mean, still, right. Go ahead and play it through, Keith. What I don't like and do like is I like it because we scored, right here. I like
Hell
it
yeah,
because
Q1.
we scored. But I also don't like it because I used to have to make cut-ups for Gunter Brewer every week and go around college football of guys making that same play and that ball gets swatted out. So I know it happens every week around the country. So for me, anytime I see a dude do that, I'm like, just score. Just score, and I don't care. But it's always something that worries me. All right, hit the next one.
All right.
Perry definitely needs to get more depth right here, better communication across the board from Gordon as well. Needs to be letting him know in and in. And I don't know why Caleb Perry just sits there and stares at the quarterback the entire time. You see his head just like that's. You have to find work. Find work. Don't just drop straight back. Dropping straight back isn't in the coverage at all. You have to drop somewhere for you. You see a guy going to the flat, you clearly have that hook curl range. Hit the next one, Keith, and you'll really be able to see it better. He gets in behind him. I don't know if Gordon is sitting there saying in. I like to think he is, but regardless, he can't get to that ball because of the right depth.
Now, this is also a look where I'm trying to see if it's a chip 7 or if it's a 6-man protect, but I believe it's a 6-man protect look where, or 7. No, 6-man protect look. We're only rushing 4. It's a zone beater. That if you're in a soft zone coverage and you're only rushing 4 and they don't get home quick, you have a quarterback with time. Inevitably, it's going to happen. But would like more conversation amongst the linebackers so you don't have guys leaking behind like we do with Perry and Gordon here.
Well, he just shouldn't be going straight back. That's what they're telling him in that fucking meeting room. Don't drop straight back. It bothers me. It's not Tampa 2.
Yeah.
If it's Tampa, you know how I know it's not Tampa 2? If it was Tampa 2, he would have turned
He'd
and
be
ran.
farther back. Yeah.
He would have turned and ran. So don't drop straight back. Drop at your correct angle and depth. Right here, love Meeks being smart, knowing your coverage. This is just knowing your coverage, knowing ball right here. This is a great football play. Just sit. I've made this mistake one too many times on college football. 26, thinking that honey hole's there, and it ain't there, man.
Yeah. It'd be so easy for him to see 0 and to just crash the flats. That takes so much discipline to just sit back there. So
that's what they teach you, man. Defensively, they sit there, they're looking at this image. If they were to take this and have it in the defensive staff room, they're saying, all right, we can rally up and make that play if Drew Pine throws it to the running back. We have 2 guys right there that can easily vice tackle that. And, I mean, that's perfect, man. That's exactly how you play DB.
That's an attaboy for sure.
Yes, that is an attaboy for sure. What I love is Miller Moss navigates the pressure here. Love it. Little navigation of the pressure.
We're doing some positive Vince.
Yes, positive Vince. Go ahead and hit the next one for me, Keith. I don't know how that line made it up. Oh yeah, I like the downfield blocking. Watch where we're at.
Yeah. All right, Mac.
Bam. Get your hands a little bit more inside. Hands inside. I can't remember if we got a penalty on this or not, but would love the hands inside. All right, that was Antonio Watts. Sorry.
No, on the interception.
Yeah. on the
No,
interception.
that was Mac Pounders with like the fake down block and then getting outside. That was a nice little look.
Yeah, that was a great look. All right, hit the next one right here for me, Keith, so I can see the clip play out. This right here is what you want to see from your quarterback. This is what we expected. At least this is what I expected from Miller. I didn't expect him to be, but you can tell he feels the pressure right there coming from the left side. He's analyzing the defense. His head's downfield looking to the left right there. And then as you play it out,
Got to reset it back to the beginning. This pause button.
and
Annoying.
then
Also,
as you plays it out, he rolls out and delivers a good ball downfield that should have been a touchdown. You got to get
I
that
just
right there.
I'm gonna try and pause it on like as he's throwing it. What? It just doesn't seem like he really steps into this on the run. Like,
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about for sure. I don't. Yeah, I mean, regardless, man, that's he completed the ball and it should have been a touchdown. That's
hey,
what I'm more angry about. Know where you're
hey,
at on the football field. Look at that. I mean, come
hey,
on, man.
I appreciate the mature play to at least make sure he drags the feet so he's in bounds. Like, so if we're giving partial credit, I'm giving partial credit.
That's fair. I don't get partial credit. Good thing Keith is. All
Possibly
right,
Keith.
I love the
told you,
block
new leaf
right
this year.
here. I think, yeah, right, new leaf. If I'm calling I'm calling players out for more positive stuff today, I guess. But Corey Gordon right here, I think.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
I'm,
yes.
I'm
Huge
pretty sure it's
block.
Corey Gordon. Like, and in
Huge
today's
block.
modern
And
football,
legal
this
too. Like you don't see illegal.
just
Yes. Keep going, Keith. In the day and age of today's modern football, you're 100% right.
like that.
That
That's
doesn't
as hard
usually
as you
happen.
can. That's as hard of that. That is as hard as you can hit a guy and not get a flag with what
Yeah,
Gordon did here.
If that happened in if we had this exact scenario in 2010.
Oh my God, that kid's in the ICU today.
Yeah, number 19 is still in the Louisville hospital right now.
Oh, jeez.
All right, where are we at? You want to see right here kind of bothers me. I want to see fold over, make a better play, and arm tackling definitely will not be getting it done. So play it out, Keith. With linebacker, like Monty Montgomery used to do it well where he'd fold over right here and he'd play it. He'd be so tight to I mean, you just can't have any space, man. There's no room for space right here. And you got to fold over that block and get your head across and make a better hit than that so that they don't gain so many yards. Now, it's already, I mean, at that point, you have to almost accept the fact that they're going to gain 2 or 3 and be satisfied with the 2 or 3 so that you don't give up what we gave up here.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to give some credit to Bowling Green's offensive line here. It's a very veteran unit. Pretty damn good job moving the ball. And I think it's 55 just moves TJ Quinn out of the way here to open up the running lane.
Yeah.
Like, damn, they got some good O-linemen, man.
Right. Yes, he definitely drove me. I was like, and even rewatching this, I was fine with like the fit, everybody's fits. It's just like that linebacker has to fold over.
Yeah.
That's what TJ's doing is TJ's giving that linebacker. That's why he attacked it on that outside arm. He's given that linebacker enough room to fold over and make a play. He just was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. To steal a phrase from friend of the show, Mark Ennis, the other team is trying too. As long as you're not playing like Mother Mary, Sisters of the Poor, they're gonna.
Don't you hate on Mother Mary, Sisters of the Poor? They're a great football team.
We run a good program here. Like the other team is eventually going to do something. You can't just completely dominate a team. So,
right.
If that's going to be a negative, we're doing okay.
Right here is another one of knowing ball, knowing coverage, when to turn. I mean, this is just beautiful play. Go ahead, play it out, Keith.
The instincts here are just great.
Oh, it's awesome. That's beautiful. To jump, somebody finally jumped this route, Keith. It's been like 2 years we've been getting hit on this play, hit on this play, and we finally got somebody jumping this route. This is awesome. People should be excited about this.
Beat the wheel.
Yes, Shark Wheel is dead, done. if Ron English
We need a
walks away
bigger
at the end of
boat.
the year, if he's walked away at the end of this year, he's saying, "Gosh darn it, I stopped the shark wheel."
And another thing that I love, which I think Pine might have just threw that ball way too early because I don't even think the running back was looking for it yet. I also like that Holloway, while not in a position to make the pick, was also breaking on the ball to at least separate the receiver from the ball catching
Right.
it. So,
Yeah. Hopefully, Pine has enough time left in college to mature and not make this decision.
yeah.
All right, love the run right here. Stretching the play out, stretching it all the way out, and bam, go. You have to love that speed, acceleration, breaking through arm tackles. I know he's sitting there just kicking himself in the meeting room for not being able to stay on his feet right here. Because Keith, this is something they work on at practice, quite frankly. Stumble drills all the time. I'm sure they probably do 2 or 3 drills where their arm is required to go down on the ground and keep them up from falling. So,
An underrated effort on this play as well. Pete Nigra. Again, we're talking about asking him to do a lot of difficult stuff. He washes down, big ass D tackle, then turns around, finds Lamprey, doesn't blow him up, but gets enough of him to take him out of the play and make that running lane for Keon, which I apparently learned it's Keon and not Kewan, despite his name being spelled Keyjuan. So
Hey.
we might need to
I
get some
realized
clarification on that.
I realize I've been pronouncing Tyrod Taylor wrong my entire life. I'm just confused. I'm just confused.
But yeah, Pete Nigra, hell of a job on this play, just doing enough to give Keon a seam. So I'm gonna go
Downfield
with
blocking
Bama
as well, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love downfield blocking.
Yeah,
for some
Skinner
receivers.
start blocking. Then we have Dakari Collins getting some hands on.
That's all it takes as a wide receiver, man. Is just give him a good punch. Now, right here, guys, this is little football 101 talk, I guess. Cat blitzes, majority of the time, come from the boundary. The corner's going to be in press coverage. His eyes are going to be on the quarterback, which you're seeing both of those right now. The safety, dead giveaway. He's going to be well off the hash, way far over off the hash. So far over because he has to cover for a corner that is blitzing. So this is frustrating right here. I don't know. When rewatching it, I didn't see the receiver pointing, didn't see the receiver giving like a hoop holler of some sort, saying, "Hey, I know what you're getting to. You see it, and it comes too late. It's coming way too late." Pointing after the fact is going to do nothing for nobody. It's good that you recognized it, but you should have recognized it right now. Right now is when you recognize it, and your quarterback doesn't get killed. Now, on Miller Moss, to recognize this.
And also, and it's Kariski, so he's on the line of scrimmage, so he's not looking for the cat necessarily. Like he's probably peeking up at linebackers. I assume the play's going to
he sees the safety.
And then right there, here, I'll see if I can pause it.
After he runs past his face.
And at this point, he's hooting, hollering, "Oh shit, open, hot, hot, hot." And also, you have backside. So if you see the cat coming, you've got Lacey with 15 yards of separation from a safety. Take the check down, Miller. Don't be a hero.
I mean, he's not gonna hear that or know that you're pointing or anything like. Now Miller should have seen this to begin with, right? Like I get it. He really should have seen it. It's on Miller to see this to begin with. It's on the receiver to point it out. It's just a bad play. Good call from Bowling Green for sure. I mean, it's not like they hit it. I can barely say good call because it's not like it's hidden. They might as well have written on their forehead saying we're running a corner blitz. They gave every dead giveaway.
Yeah. I also like the zone blitz in the middle to keep the center occupied, so he would only just now be starting to make the, okay, I need to peel and find work read. You see the right tackle looking and seeing it's already too late, so I don't think the O-line did anything wrong on this play. It was just a look. Miller got beat.
Yeah, Miller definitely got beat. I mean, even right here, Keith, where you look at his head. Look at his head. I mean, he can drive on this ball to Skinner. Is that Skinner right there?
Yeah, Skinner right in the middle of the field.
He could drive on that ball right there, and it's just like, this is frustrating, man. This one drove me crazy rewatching it.
Yeah, one last time. Okay, that's enough of that.
So I didn't like this because of the slip, which I mean, obviously it's just your bad base, and I quite frankly need more effort whenever you're coming in to hit a collegiate football player. So run it through, Keith.
All right. There we go.
The slip, and then what? Like where? What's the shoulder deal we're doing with that defender? He's not even. You go towards the blocker on this. Go towards the guy with the football.
Yep.
Well, I don't understand this one, Keith.
That is one of the things that drives me nuts. We had a couple of missed tackles because we got our feet stuck in quicksand rather than attacking the offensive player, attacking his hips. They can't leave their hips behind. Just keep moving. And the last thing you want to do is just chop your feet in place. That's how you get beat.
Freeze and then shoelace. Try a shoelace tackle. Arm tackle. Yeah. That's
head on the ball. Head across the body, head on the ball. Worst case scenario, they have to step over you.
Yep, exactly.
And he took 29 out of the play as well. Frustrating.
Right here, freshman. You got to love this stuff, Keith. You have 33-10. Get your opportunity and make the fucking most of it, man. Love it. He doesn't score. Braxton Jennings doesn't score on this play. He scores on the next one. That's fine, but right here, man, you get your opportunity. And he got his opportunity more times in this game. This is the only clip of his I have in the game due to time restraints, obviously. I could have clipped every run he had because he runs hard. The kid runs hard.
I've said it so many times. He's running like he doesn't want his number to be 46 next year. And I mean that in the most positive way possible.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Play it out.
I love the way this kid plays. Cutback.
That's a great
tackle,
jump cut.
Drives through,
stick the ball out. I don't like that.
I think that I do. I get it. It's hot. It's late in the game. Review that because he's not down yet, and that ball is breaking the plane. That's a touchdown.
If I had one more booth review in this game, Keith, I was gonna go crazy, man.
I get it. That's a touchdown.
That's fair. Yeah, it is a touchdown.
I'm glad they got it to him to eventually get the touchdown.
Right, good on Jeff. Good on Jeff. Right here this is the last clip of Vince's game notes, and we're gonna leave it with a big. My title for this play was WTF, Ron. I don't understand why the hell we have a defensive lineman dropping back in any form of pass coverage. I always hate stuff like this when it happens. Keep going. Play it out.
Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah. And I had to rewatch and see where he came from. Yes. You see, like.
He's just now starting to get downfield. You know the tight end sees that, and he's just like, oh, yeah.
I know, man. I don't understand what Ron English was doing with this one. This one drove me fucking crazy. I'm like, all right, this is it for me.
We're going to cut that off before it gets to the end. Screw that. That's
lame. I mean, overall, Keith, like, even I rewatched it a third, fourth time at the gym today, and I was fine with it. I was much more angry on Saturday, and I think that's because of the heat. I definitely was in a grumpy mood because of the heat. Miller played fine. Everything was very vanilla and just good. I mean, they came out and beat Bowling Green's ass, exactly what we thought they were going to do. Maybe not in the fashion or way we thought. Thought Isaac Brown would probably get more touches than one. Thought Duke Watson would get more touches than none. You know, it's stuff like that where you're like, that's about the only real surprises we have.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and we're getting close to the end here. So let's go ahead and move on to helmet stickers and MVP. But first, a word from our friends over at Burn Boot Camp. All right, and now it's time to get to our helmet stickers and MVPs of the game. Vince, we're going to start with some helmet stickers, and I'm glad we talked about him. First one, super enthusiastic about this kid, Braxton Jennings. Get your ass a helmet sticker.
Yes, 100% deserves a helmet sticker. The running, I just love it. You love seeing him. That means he's paying attention in his playbook, Keith. He's likely, I don't know what he's doing throughout the week. To me, being third, fourth on the depth chart at running back, you're likely over there with the scout team, especially as a freshman. So to know what you're doing when you get tossed in the game definitely deserves a helmet sticker.
Couple other helmet stickers I had. A combo helmet sticker, but you each can have one. Cooper Ranvier, Nick Keller, hot ass day, annoying, like you're just cooking on the sidelines the whole time. Keller put every single ball he kicked through the friggin' end zone. That was great. Booted a school record field goal. And Ranvier, just perfect on the day from extra points and field goals as well, and scoring a free small coffee. You get the fans
That's
free
always
coffee,
nice.
you get a helmet sticker.
Yep, yep. For me, Keith, I got to go Colin Lacey. I mean, he put up some good numbers on the day with almost 100 yards receiving. Would have obviously loved to see him get in the end zone receiving the ball as well, but it was good to see him get in the end zone in some shape or fashion. He's a damn good football player, and we were very fortunate to have him on our team.
A couple of helmet stickers on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, the two interceptions, Watson Hutch, both great plays, good coverage, swinging the game on making turnovers like that. You forced two turnovers on a team that hadn't turned the ball over all year, helmet stickers. But one that sort of maybe not necessarily jumps off the stats because he didn't get any sacks, but Clev Lubin, one, quick to apply pressure, and also broke up two screen passes that were set up to be pretty successful if he didn't make some pretty damn athletic plays to break them up. He had like a leaping bat on a swat in the middle and then just knocked down one that was going towards the outside of the box as well. So Clev Lubin breaking up a couple of nice screen passes and applying firm pressure all day. Helmet sticker for him as well. And then MVPs of the game. You gave your MVP a helmet sticker already, so let's talk about Colin Lacey.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's being the available person for Miller Moss. He clearly likes these quick hitters, out routes, curls, hitches, slants. Chris Bell caught a hell of a slant too. Let's not forget about that. I didn't clip that. He caught a. That's how you run a slant, and that's how you catch a damn slant, especially when you get smacked like that. But back on Lacey, for him to be able to be that reliable person for Miller, down in, down out, to be able to go out there on kickoff return, punt return, and just flip the field in an instance is definitely MVP worthy for me.
Now, you talk about being available, and that's why obviously Lacey had a great game at Skeller. But for the sake of the podcast, I want to give another MVP, Keon Brown. Keon Brown. We're going to have to figure out the official pronunciation on that. Until we do, I'm sticking with Keon because that's what it's been for 2 years,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Bama. Bama. Stepping up when your number's called. I was stoked when we were able to get this kid back from Boise State in the transfer portal. He took like a 2-week little Rumspringa, decided the grass wasn't greener, it was blue. He wanted to come back and play on some real Kentucky bluegrass turf. And he, like we had a clip talking about TJ Capers stepping up when your number's called. Keon Brown, hell of a game to step up when your number's called. Ran physical, ran violent. That's the kid whose high school highlight tape had me so freaking enamored. Like, exceptional performance from him, stepping up when the team really needed him to.
Yeah, he definitely stepped up. I mean, I don't know. We don't know how early Isaac and Duke were hurt. We don't know what all's going on there, but for him to be ready, I mean, he probably was just waiting on this opportunity. This is the whole reason he probably came back. He knew he was going to get more than just your average opportunity, Keith?
Yeah, I'm thrilled that he is. I mean, it takes a village during a college football season, and it seems like we've got 4, heck, maybe 5 running backs. Like, we only got to see him a little bit, but I didn't hate what I saw from Jamarice Wilder as well. So, like, you never know how many running backs you're going to have to go through in a season, a college football season, and it keeps getting longer and longer. A season's a grind, so you got to be ready. Keon Brown, great freaking game. So, before we get out of here, just want to take a quick sec, thank our friends over at Kern's Corner again for sponsoring the Kern's Corner studio. I was able to get out, got that clam chowder in me on Friday.
Nice.
Friday is my favorite day to go just because I love a good clam chowder, and Kern's is friggin' fantastic. I've gotten the patty melt instead of a burger last couple of times just because I like that
That's a
Texas
pro move.
toast, that onion.
That's a pro move.
So good.
Yeah.
And again, using that delicious locally sourced beef, they got that chili as well, especially now that fall's starting to get here, the temperature's going to start dropping a little bit. That
Ooh,
chili's going to start sticking on them bones. Get
I
out
can't
there.
wait.
Also, just get out, get a brew. Also, low key, kind of a huge baseball bar for Louisville baseball. Like
Oh yeah.
once once that season starts to get fired up, once football wraps up and in the spring, you've got something to go year round. Not to mention, if you're a fan of the ponies, they got the races on all the time at Kearns.
That
So
is the spot to be if you like the ponies. I'm sure you already know that if you like the ponies, though.
we ain't telling you nothing new there.
Yeah.
Again, huge thanks to our friends over at Burn Boot Camp. Huge thanks to our friends over in the 1912 Society Discord. If you're fiending just for content, at all times. It's wild how many people are in there at all times talking football, talking hoops, talking volleyball. We just swept a match against Western Kentucky today, and people were in there popping off about that. We got guys talking about the baseball team already, getting excited. It's it's like your favorite message board made by Louisville fans for Louisville fans. So hop in there. We've posted the links out again. We'll get the links reposted again tonight. We're expanding to invite capability, so more and more people, you're going to see that more and more, encouraging you to get in there and check it out. It's free. It's a free, fun message board for everyone to hop in and join. Can't encourage you to do that enough. I also can't encourage you enough to subscribe to the State of Louisville YouTube feed right here behind me. We're putting out great content, not just from the pink seats here. We got starting 502 basketball season. It's like 30 days away, man. They're getting ready to ramp up as well. Stay tuned for all that sweet, sweet content here. We got third and central come baseball season, and we got It's 502 somewhere, telling you some of the coolest, maybe unheard stories around the city of
I have a
Louisville.
confession. That is my favorite logo we have.
Yeah, it is a
That is
pretty
my
sharp
favorite
logo.
logo.
It's a pretty sharp logo, and the content also pretty darn good as well. So if you haven't yet, and also for you audio listeners, make sure you're subscribed to the audio feed as well. If you've stayed in here this long, listen to an audio only version of Vince's game notes, you obviously like the show.
You
Get
almost
subscribed.
damn
Come
near
on,
have
man.
to be on YouTube to enjoy that portion now.
So get in there, hit the subscribe button there. For everyone in the Pink Seats party deck, I promise I saw you all during the show. We got our buddy Doc, also big on the 1912 Society Discord, asking why my head is so large. It's because
I
my
saw that earlier.
it's because my body itself is very large. My head is just proportional.
He
We
also
had
said he's
conversa-
always got sunscreen on him. So,
man, I'm half ginger. I need to start doing that too. I got punished on Saturday. And then we have comments earlier talking about like the vibes being off. And we sort of talked a little bit about that with like the players being dinged up and the rumors swirling around. I'm not going to dig too deep in the rumors, mainly because we saw evidence of what what the team's statement was to be true in this. We got Antipas always popping in, man. He's popping in. We got people already talking about Adrian Woolley, really excited about basketball season in the middle of a football show. So thank you all again for hopping in. Oh, and of course, Jacob on the official account just wanted Dakari to run into the end zone. So
gotta love it.
thank all of you for hopping into the Pink Seats party deck over here on the State of Louisville YouTube channel. Again, if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. State of Louisville to the moon. If you're just tuned in watching on Twitter in the background while you got the NFL game on, thank you as well for joining us. If you have the chance, pop in on that YouTube. Join the chat next time as well, or keep watching us on Twitter. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you how to run your life. But with that being said, on behalf of my friend Vince Lococo and myself and everyone over with From the Pink Seats podcast, thank you all for tuning in. Get ready for Wednesday night when we preview the Pitt Panthers. And as always, go Cards! And now we do the awkward wait while people are still here, but it's just to make sure we record everything. And now we stop that gun.
Make sure you root for Jahmyr Gibbs to get over 54.5 rushing yards. Thank you. Bye.